On iHeartRadio, the mix on Tuesdays, and of course 990 WBOB. And we have got a great guest joining us today here on our Sunday radio broadcast. A fantastic, fantastic guest. Go ahead and give us a brief introduction on yourself, my friend. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right. My name is Bad Boy Leroy, originally from Texas. I'm a veteran, served in the Air Force, did a lot of contracting work for the military after that, and spent many years writing songs while being deployed and traveling on the road a good bit. Over the past couple of years, I've been working a lot in the studio, getting a lot of new material together, a lot of song pitching to some of the songwriting organizations that we're affiliated with, and yeah, just getting the music business up and running.
So, how did you get the bug for music, my friend?
Oh, the bug for music. Wow. So, I grew up in a little small town called San Augustine, Texas. And I guess my grandmother, she was really big into music. I guess she inspired me the most as a young kid. I grew up listening to country music mostly. My mother, her favorite artist was George Strait, and so I probably sing every one of his songs. I listen to them so much. But my grandmother, she used to, anytime she would take me to school or, pick me up from school, or, we went somewhere to the store or something, she would play the radio and notice that I always sang along to, whatever was on the radio. And then one day she had we were at church, and I saw her play the piano, and then I didn't realize she could play the piano, and then she told me, and then I walked up to her. I said, "Hey, Grandma, I didn't know you could play the piano," and she said, "Yeah." And after that, she taught me how to play the piano a little bit, so I took a little interest in, I guess, writing and really learning music at that point in my life. Other than her teaching me the piano, I've never had a music lesson in my life. I'm mostly self-taught. I consider myself a guitar player, not really a piano player, but yeah, I mean, I guess she's the one that inspired and lit that flame.
Fantastic. We have got a great guest with us today. He joins us live here on the big broadcast. Joins us today here on the telephone, the incredible Bad Boy Leroy, and he's with us today here on our Sunday radio broadcast, coast to coast, border to border on iHeartRadio today. So you have got some incredible music out there. How do people get in touch with you on social media, buy your music, everything? How do we do this?
Oh, social media, Facebook. Yeah, I'm a big Facebook user. If you want to follow me on social media, it's / Bad Boy Leroy music, and if you want to find me on any of your favorite streaming outlets, it's available everywhere. Spotify, Amazon, Apple, YouTube, wherever you look for or listen to music, it's there, and you can just search Bad Boy Leroy. I got my latest release, Blues Man, which is the one that I'm promoting right now.
So, tell us about the feedback to some of your music and everything you've got going on out there, man.
Feedback. Well, I mean, I got years of feedback. How far back do we start?
Well, do you have people who love your music, think of your music, all these things? Just trying to get a reception on what people are saying about your music, man.
All right, everybody. Oh, okay. Well, so I have a lot of good feedback on my latest release, which is Blues Man. Performed it live several times, a couple of different venues in Houston, and I've performed in front of just groups of friends and stuff. This new song, and everyone loved it. And, they've all encouraged me to really release this one first. Got a whole album ready to come out. Really, we've been in the studio working a lot, but this one right here, they said this is your starter, and so. A lot of positive feedback on it. I've done some song evaluations through some of the songwriting organizations that I'm a part of. And in fact, actually, this one is in Bluesman is in American Songwriter, that annual competition that they host. And anyway, they're doing the reviews right now. They're supposed to announce the winners for that here next month. And hopefully, I got 2 songs in there. One of them is Bluesman, and the other one is Hope. So a lot of good feedback. I've had a couple of song pitches that I've done through my songwriting organizations, and I've had a couple of songs. It's always good when you're sitting in one of these things and you're listening to all these different songs out there, and you're listening to the competition of the new stuff that's coming out, and you're just really, you feel like when you hear some of the other stuff out there, you're like, wow, do I really compete with these people? And you don't really feel that it's you're competing with these people until one of these publishers pulls one of your songs for further review, right? And so I had a couple of those songs pulled recently, and so that that alone just gives you the confidence to keep going, because in the music business you're going to get 95% of everything that happens is a no, and then you're working for that 5% success, I guess you could say.
Fantastic. It is a great guest. He's with us today here on our big broadcast. We are coast to coast, border to border on iHeartRadio today. Also, you can find us The Mix on Tuesdays and 990 WBOB. So tell us about Bluesman. We're going to hear that here in a few moments.
Well, I'm glad you asked. I think first I'll just start by saying this is the only song that I have ever wrote on the piano. And the song, I guess, was inspired, earlier this year, I lost my grandmother. She was probably my life inspiration for music. And, several months before she had passed, I was sitting in there, on her, next to her bed, and my grandma, she just looked at me and she said, son, if you could do anything for the rest of your life that would make you absolutely happy and just give you joy for the rest of your life, she said, what would that be? And I said, Grandma, if I could take this guitar and just travel the world and just play music nonstop, I said, that's what I would do for a living. I said, that's what I love. I love playing music. I love traveling. I love performing. I love writing songs. I'm just a musician. I'm an artist. I paint. That's who I am. And she said, well, I hope that comes true for you. I wish you all the success in the world with that. And then a couple of months later she passed away, and I don't know how. I guess there's this thing with artistic creativity that certain energy just builds inside of people after certain major events happen in your life. And when my grandmother passed, that was probably the biggest thing, one of the biggest, life-changing events for me. And I sat down 1 week after she had passed away at my house, and I pulled out the keyboard, and I just sat down and started playing. And, I was playing that just a little progression in C, and then in less than 15 minutes later, Bluesman was on a piece of paper. I still got that piece of paper. I got it sitting on my desk. And one of the guys, anyway, I guess I won't carry on too much there, but that's how Bluesman was born. It was born through, I guess my grandmother's the one that inspired me, and I was really thinking about her a lot. She had taught me how to play. The song is in C. She taught me, that was the first key she taught me on the keyboard, and that's what came out, is Bluesman.
Fantastic. We have got a great guest with us today. He joins us live here on our big broadcast. We're going to place you on a brief hold here. We are going to play Bluesman, and when we come back, we will keep chatting with Bad Boy Leroy here on our big broadcast, coast to coast. That is Bluesman, and that is Leroy, Bad Boy Leroy. Here on our big program, he joins us. We are going to go back live to Bad Boy Leroy. He is going to join us here on the old Skip Skype, the old Skype-a-rooney, and we've got Bad Boy Leroy back with us here on our big program. So how do people get in touch with you on social media and the websites and all these things, man?
Social media, like I said, Facebook. I'm on Facebook. You can find me. It's Bad Boy Leroy Music. That's my biggest, I guess that's my primary social media outlet. I'm affiliated with Barbed Wire Music. You can reach out, or you can go to barbedwiremusic.com and, browse through the artist page. You can find me through there. Or I'm on Instagram. It's bad_boy_Leroy. I use Instagram a little bit, not too much, but, Facebook, like I said, is my primary.
Fantastic. Well, I appreciate you making time for us today. Thanks for coming on our broadcast. We will talk to you soon. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you very much. You have a great day.
Definitely. You too. Thank you, man. There he goes. That's Bad Boy Leroy. And that about wraps it up here.